big race, including Caleb Dressel, 5th place for him. Looking to get it done, but it will be Dare Rose. Dare Rose, the best national champ.
100-meter butterfly.
Teenager with another runner-up spot here at National.
Yeah, hello, my name is Dare Rose. I'm a swimmer at UC Berkeley, currently a senior on the U.S. national team for the 100 butterfly. And I'm going to teach you guys some skills and drills for butterfly. Yeah, so one of my favorites is we call it Goron drill. So you basically put a kickboard horizontal down and you hold it right here with both of your arms, and you make sure that your hips are going up and down just like a butterfly kick would, and you make sure the rest of your body doesn't move. So it's only your hips moving, so it focuses on your whole body staying still and getting your hips up and down the whole time. Yeah, so I mean, the classic is I'd say like 2 right, 2 left, and then 2 full strokes. And so this really breaks apart the stroke, so you can focus arm, like right arm, left arm, and just make sure they're both like symmetrical. And then you put it all together at the end. So you can kind of build it up, do like 2 fast, 2 slower, 2 fast again. You could change it up. You can also make it no breath breathing, so you can change it up in a lot of ways. I'd say the last one, just like more so focusing on the head movement. So I see a lot of people swimming fly, and they lift their head up pretty much like this, straight out the water. And so when I swim fly, I try to stay as low as possible. So when I breathe, I'm pretty much looking straight at the bottom almost, which is hard for a lot of people. They're like, oh, like, how are you breathing like that? You're just gonna like suck in water. But there's this little air pocket as you're breathing. And as long as you're looking down, as long as you don't go too low, you still have a little pocket of oxygen, so you can still breathe. So I just focus on getting my eyes as low as possible and making sure my whole body is just streamlined. Yeah, sweet. So I'd say turn. What I try to do is just stay as tight in as possible. I know a lot of people, they'll throw their arms up and it'll be pretty like disconnected. So I just try to make everything look like a ball almost. I know it's hard for a lot of people, but when I'm at the wall, tuck the knees in as close as possible, tuck the arm in right here. So to make sure you're not getting any drag, trying to make it as most streamlined as possible. And then I'd say underwater. So like it's hard because a lot of the times in swimming you only see above the water, but underwater is like even more important, I'd say. So in my pull, when I'm going in, my old coach called it diamond drill. So when you pull, when you're almost finishing the catch and going under your body, you try to make like a little diamond right by the middle of your body. And so this is right before the end of your stroke. So I just want to make sure everyone goes in right here, makes a little diamond, and then pushes out. That's just to make sure your arms aren't like out here, they aren't too close in. It's like a nice, like a little closer than shoulder width, you know? So right by the middle of the body, and then you finish. And then I'd say above the water, just making sure you're kind of like the head is nice and streamlined, not getting out too high, not going too low, just getting the right body position and trying to minimize the movement of your head and the rest of your body, but just making sure your hips are in that nice like butterfly position. So I'd say on my start, trying to work on it a little more too, just getting more explosive with the back feet. And so you either have like your right foot up or your left foot up. And I've been focusing on using that more for my launch and acceleration going into my dive. So I see a lot of people, when they're on the block, they pull back. And so that just means more time for you to accelerate. So I've just been trying to focus on leaning in a little bit and then making sure I'm just like primed and ready to go. And then making sure the back foot just puts as much power so you can get as much acceleration. Yeah, so out of high school, I'd say, so I know like college is focused on NCAA swimming. So I'd say out of high school, I wasn't the best yard swimmer, which is okay. My club focused majority on long course. And so out of high school, I made a few junior national teams. I was at some international meets as well. So I think not having such a big focus on short course isn't key. I think long course is just as good, especially at a program like Berkeley, where we focus on getting people on the Olympic team and on the national team level. I'd say just trust the process, you know? So I feel like everyone has their plateaus, everyone has their best time moments, and so just trust the process. Even if you aren't at the level you need to be, just trust your training, making sure you do stuff right, and just being open with the coaches you're talking to. So I'd say it was a little bit nerve-wracking at first, honestly. Just making my first team. I remember at World Trials, got first in the 100 butterfly, second in the 50 flies, so obviously primed for a really good meet in Japan. And so I was super excited. I knew I was ready to go, but still those nerves were, it's kind of like, I don't know, like spewing inside of me. So I was trying to like not make it like more so known on the outside, trying to keep it nice and calm and collected, but I think it was just a really good experience, especially being there with my teammates, Jack Alexi, Destin, a bunch of our pros too were at the meet. So it was nice having some familiar faces and then meeting a bunch of new people, which is one of my favorite things. I'd say pretty much like similar feelings, a little nerve-wracking. So I know he's like the world record holder, obviously one of the greatest swimmers of our time and of times in general. So it was awesome. We got to talk a little bit, not too much, just it's at the meet a little bit after, and then I've gotten to race him a few times this year. So he's a super nice guy. Obviously learned a lot from him just watching video. Yeah, so at least now I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. You know, we have a little less than 2 months until then, so I know I've put in the work. I've been trying a lot of new stuff this year. Obviously some of the old stuff, because I know that worked last summer, but obviously one of my goals heading in is under 50, which is a pretty special barrier. You know, only a couple people have done it in history. So a bunch of new stuff, a bunch of old stuff, but mainly just keeping calm and collected. You know, nothing to be nervous about, at least right now. Trials will be a little different, but still trying to keep calm and collected. So I'm super excited. I'm working with CG Sports right now, and my website is going to come out in a few weeks. I'm super excited for that. It's looking awesome right now. I just need to add a little more content, and then I'm ready to launch. I'm looking forward to next year also. Hopefully the summer goes well, and then I have one more year with the Bears. I'm going to be competing with them in the NCAA collegiately, and then we'll see after that. Try to have some fun, swim some more. Let's have a good time.